How to beat the endless economic war raging against your business. My name is CF Hutter, and if your business buys Bitcoin, you can call me Chauncey. About half of my clients freaked out and canceled their coaching with me at the beginning of COVID. Like, COVID happens, the whole world's changing, and what do people do? They get fearful and they just cancel. I'm like, what? If there's ever a time to have a coach and to walk you through this, it is now. But, about 45% of my clients took their toys and walked, and they went elsewhere. So I actually had to come up with some new services to add to my coaching business to help make up for the lost revenue. I ended up playing matchmaker. I ended up playing this. Some people in my industry got it, and they were like, oh my gosh, look at the opportunity here. I need to acquire some more of these businesses. And then I'm talking to these other folks over here that are scared and fearful, and they're like, oh my gosh, COVID, I retire, I'm gonna get out of business. Well, I decided to go get in the middle of that and be matchmaker and get paid for it. So I would match up this person looking to acquire business, this person looking to sell their business. I put them together and I got a fee. Okay, that was good. I like that. So this went well. Okay, I was busting my tail. It was good money, nice. Had a really good year that year. In real world terms, I actually was doing better in this business than my previous coaching because I could get a lot more deals done and get paid a lot more. Here's the problem. I lost the inflation game. I lost this inflation machine that is eating up and the printer's going crazy, and the more printing that's happening, the more our money is worth less, which means the prices of stuff is going up and getting higher. I was like, oh my gosh, I am doing well financially. I'm making a lot more money, but am I even keeping up? And I'm talking to my clients about their business, and they're having some banner years, and they're making 30, 35%, 40% more profit by the end of the year. And I said, congratulations, good job, you're breaking even. What are you talking about? I just made 40% more, 30, 35, 40% more profit this year. And I said, yeah. And with all that printing that happened, the trillions of dollars of new money that got printed, guess what the cost of everything you spend money on, how much that went up in the last year, in the last 6, 8, 12 months? And it was 30, 35, 40%. Guess what, Mr. Jones? You broke even. Not fun to hear. Just as a side tangent, I was watching this video just yesterday of this kid who bought some groceries at Walmart a couple years ago, and a little reminder popped up on his app, and he's like, oh, it was 2 years ago I spent $142 on groceries at Walmart. Look, let me push the button here where it says reorder and see what the price would be now. This is 2 years later. And he pushes the button, and his eyes about popped out of his head. It was over $400. 2 years later. This is a real story. Like, this really just happened. And the guy's like, what is going on? People know that things cost more. People know it's harder to make the money get to the end of the month. But when you show an exact example of what you paid for in actual groceries 2 years ago at Walmart, and you push the button 2 years later and tells you the exact price of what you would pay if you got them today, and you go from $140 to over $400, that is real world stuff right there. So does it feel like you're on a hamster wheel? Like you're losing ground? It's a real thing. It is the real thing. In real life, we all feel like we're on this hamster wheel. Truth be told, there's $900 trillion top line money floating around the earth right now. Okay? If I just want to broad stroke it, government policy on all these 200 plus nations has the greatest impact on all those dollars. With real estate and capital markets, they control what the money policy is. And so there's a large chunk government policy. The second largest chunk are all the technology that's happening on there, all the equities, the Googles, the Amazons, the Apples, the Microsofts, all those companies, they control a big chunk and affect the money flow all over the globe, okay? So those are two biggies. The third is usins, you, me, the people who work, entrepreneurs. It's not as big as these other folks' chunk of that $900 trillion pie, but it's a piece. We make up the smallest amount of the total economic pie. So depending on what you buy, how you live your life, your business could be running an extra profit, 20% up, and you're like, I'm doing great. But that inflation monster, it doesn't stop. It keeps eating and eating and eating. The cost of stuff keeps going up and up and up. So the only option we have as entrepreneurs, we actually, what are you going to just stay on the hamster wheel? No. We actually have to take that weak money that we're making. We got paid for this service and that product and this other thing that we did, and we got money. That is weak money that is losing value every week, every month. And we take that weak money that's dying, and we need to go buy the strongest money on the planet. The strongest money on the planet, the strongest money that anybody can have access to, whether you're a peasant in a field in Indonesia or you're the mayor of New York City or whatever you do, we all get the same price, we all get access to the same thing. The strongest money in the world is Bitcoin, and there's nothing else that comes close. Remember, the three big categories on the 900 trillion, government policy is the most. Technology, the big second, but it's those two are the big, take up the most. And then we have work, just us entrepreneurs. How are we supposed to keep up? This is the only way we can keep up. Are we going to continue to try and fight this endless economic war? And the only way we can fight is to buy more Bitcoin and to buy it and hold it. Buy it and hold it and get on the Bitcoin standard eventually. Bitcoin has no issuer. Okay, Bitcoin is, there's not some CEO saying, buy my Bitcoin. No, it is a software program. It is much bigger than people think. This is a much bigger deal than people understand. I just want to say, I thank God that I am on the earth alive and I'm an adult and I can think and reason and see what's happening on the horizon. And I know that I can pursue the best interest for me and my family, my business, by buying Bitcoin. So if there's ever a time for me to say this, it's now. It is Bitcoin time.